Walk in the park.
All the preparation, and then in Tokyo it happens again. Ledecky in the pool in a little bit. Up next, this young man, Michael Andrew. Maybe a moment, a decade in the making, will be minutes away for him. Time now for another opportunity to make the U.S. Olympic team in the men's 100-meter breaststroke. Michelle Tafoya, there's one individual who has been impressive the first day here at trials and a chance to make the team tonight.
Mike, you know, as a junior swimmer, Michael Andrew broke over 100 national age group records. He was labeled a prodigy, the next big thing. There were even comparisons to Michael Phelps. So at age 14, Andrew turned pro, becoming the youngest professional swimmer in American history. And since then, well, the results haven't lived up to expectations. And there have been doubters about Andrew's unique training style. But things began to change yesterday, as you said, when he broke the American record in the 100-meter breaststroke in the morning prelims and bested it again in the semis. Tonight, 8 years after turning pro, Andrew is on the cusp of making his first Olympic team and maybe proving his naysayers wrong, Mike.
And Rowdy, it was eye-opening what he did, as Michelle referenced, setting those American records in the prelims and then breaking that American record in the semifinals.
He's the third fastest performer in history now with those 2 times, 58.1. And this is a guy that has that opportunity to do it. I really feel good about where he's at, Mike. Yeah. I asked him, I saw him on the deck. He had a big smile on his face. He said, you know what? There's Mom Tina right there. Such a big support group for his family that I asked him, I go, how you feel, buddy? Just another Monday at the office, bud. Big smile on his face, too.
His mom and dad very involved in this 8-year progress. Pool in the backyard in Lawrence, Kansas, before he has moved and continued his training out in California. Let's take you through all 8 swimmers in this men's 100-meter breaststroke final. Lillicon from the University of Texas, Longhorn Aquatics. Lane 2, it's Max McHugh, University of Minnesota, first in the NCAAs. This past year, Andrew Wilson from Emory in Atlanta, Division III school in lane 3. The aforementioned Michael Andrew will swim in lane 4 off a personal best in the semifinal. Same can be said for the man next to him, Nick Fink, in lane 5, the 27-year-old from New Jersey. Kevin Cordes, 33 hours ago, was the American record holder in this event until Andrew broke that record and then broke it again. In lane 7, it's Joshua Thiene, bound for Indiana, the 18-year-old from Pittsburgh, one of 2 teams in this semifinal. And Ben Kono is in lane 8, the 24-year-old who also, in prelims, swam his personal best. This is an event on the world scale that's dominated by Adam Peaty from Great Britain, who has the top 15 performances of all time, 1 through 15. 15 best times in this event, Adam Peaty. Michael Andrew will try to make the U.S. Olympic team here. Again, the winner of this event on the team, the man in second, likely to go.
Take your mark.
No one has the speed or the power of Michael Andrew on the first 50. In fact, he might be a full second ahead of anybody else in the field on his way out. The only way he loses this race if he starts to look around, and that's what his coach Peter said. He just needs to swim his own race and he'll be just fine. 58.1 will make the team. He did it twice yesterday.
Andrew in lane 4, touches first after 50 meters. Nick Fink right next to him is second.
26.9, about 6/10 ahead of Nick Fink. Now, Nick Fink had a tremendous swim in semi. He will swim better on the back half than Michael Andrew, who's right next to him there in lane 5.
Putting on some pressure, and Andrew Wilson above Andrew in lane 3 also. With some pressure on Michael Andrew in lane 4. It's Andrew in 4, Fink in 5, Andrew Wilson in 3. They come to the wall together, and it's Michael Andrew making the U.S. Olympic team. And all the promise realized. He's going to Tokyo. He beat Andrew Wilson by 1/100th of a second. And with the top 2 likely going to the Olympics, you always look at third in trials. and Nick Fink was 6/100ths of a second shy of second place.
I just saw that. And the great news about Nick Fink, 6/100ths away, is he has a great 200 breaststroke, so he'll be back. But the story is Michael Andrew finally, and yes, Mom, your prayers have been answered. What a moment. I don't think she's taken an eye off that clock the entire time to make sure. And yes, it is positive. He is going, and you know what? It might have backfired a little bit. It almost did. 58.73. He went 6/10 slower. And this was all about getting into the wall and putting yourself on the team. Clock thrown out the window here. Here's the turn. He was out quick. 26.9, as I said. Boy, what a great swim. And back half for Andrew Wilson, though. Look at Wilson right above him. He said, you know what? I'm going to join you, buddy. I want to be an Olympian. Not quite there for sure, but most likely he'll be on his way as well. But Michael Andrew, and look at this finish again from above, Mike. How about that? You said it. What is that? 7/100ths of a second.
Oh my gosh. Personal best for Andrew Wilson as well. Michael Andrew out of the pool and to his knees. 8 years of build-up. So many age group records set as a team. You could be the next star, but you've got to do it. You've got to put up the time when it matters, and by 1/100th of a second. Michael Andrew will represent Team USA, the 100-meter breaststroke. Again, as the team is named, you can't guarantee the second-place guys will get there. They always have in the past, so likely Andrew Wilson to join him as well. But Michelle, Michael Andrew is Tokyo bound.
Indeed. Michael, you're an Olympian. It's finally happened. What does it feel like now that you've waited so long for this moment?
It's surreal. You know, it's one of those things that I've been waiting 5 years for this moment to come back and get the swim. I'm blessed. I don't deserve this. It's God's grace, and I'm just so grateful to be here. You know, we work hard for it, but it's hard to put into words. I'm just so grateful to be here.
You talked yesterday about sending a message about where you are, how you're competing, and what you're doing, and we saw your family going crazy after this. What's the message tonight?
We did it, and I didn't do it alone. I wouldn't be here without my mom, my dad, my coach, my sister. You know, we've been through a hectic season, and to have my team here, it's a dream come true, and that's the Olympic journey.
Well, the dream begins with signing the drum. Go ahead. Congratulations.
And then, Michelle, the dream continues in a little bit. He's in one of the two semifinals in the 100-meter backstroke. So Michael Andrew, Mom's getting the picture. What she has waited for. Son, the smile, the signature. Tokyo bound on the Olympic team. Katie Ledecky still ahead as well.
It's still hard to believe it's real. You know, we've worked. I mean, it's been 5 years in the making. I remember the walk down the stairs so vividly from 2016, you know, not making that team as a 17-year-old, and to be able to come back now and kind of rectify that, it's a dream come true, something we've worked very hard for. And I'm just honored and blessed to be in this position to represent the U.S. My plan coming into this evening was to not think about the backstroke at all. I know if I came into it thinking about the double, that would mentally have some sort of drawback for my 100 breast. So I focused just on that one race, and you know, my plan going into it was, God willing, make the team, win the race, and then swim the backstroke just off of pure energy and joy that I've made my Olympic team. And it worked out in my favor. It was very close. It was a very stressful last 50. But, you know, coming into it, we went to the warm down pool immediately, did what we need to, felt kind of fresh, and then got into the ready room, did some breathing. But, you know, it's part of the training. It's what we prepare for. And I'm really grateful that we scraped into that A final, the 100 backstroke. So I'll have tomorrow morning off and just the backstroke to focus on in the evening. Yeah, so I believe this was at a swim clinic called Swim with the Stars. It was in Atlanta, and this was when I was first just getting serious about swimming. I started to like the sport and take it pretty big time. And I remember being there and standing in line, actually not wanting to. I was too afraid. I was too nervous to go and say hi to Michael Phelps and to meet him. even though we're a part of this clinic and it was part of our opportunity to meet him, but it is really cool to be able to look back at photos like that and know that, I'm here representing the same team that he's carried so well for so many Olympics. And now, he's been messaging me back and forth on Instagram, just wishing me luck. And it's pretty surreal to know that, the greatest of all time has been watching my career and supports me where I'm at.